Okay, so let's talk about these zombie attacks, because everybody knows about the case of Rudy Eugene in Miami, you know, biting the homeless guy's face off. But there's been a spate of these, not only across the United States, but also across the world, with, you know, the attacker biting and in some cases eating the flesh of the victim in these fits of delirium. The media came out and blamed bath salts, this legal drug, when in fact the autopsy of Eugene, the guy in the Miami case, showed that he was not on bath salts. He had marijuana in his system, that was it. And in a good number of the other cases, they found no drugs involved. I mean, do you think there's an alternative explanation for these attacks being covered up? Could it be some kind of virus that's either been deliberately or accidentally released, or, you know, could it just be a manifestation of the wider breakdown of society, that these violent events are happening more often?
I think it could be any of the above. As far as the actual Rudy Eugene case, yeah, he wasn't on bath salts, but a couple of days before that happened, I had posted a video about some weird chemical barrel that washed up right there in Miami, and you know, it was a smoking barrel, came up from the ocean, and they had to dispose of it, and they don't know what it was. And then, like, down the block a couple of days before, a bunch of kids had gotten mysteriously sick at school because of unknown reasons. So I kind of thought maybe it had something to do with some, like, a biological weapon possibly, but just for one guy to do that, maybe he was just crazy. And as far as these other reports around the world, maybe everybody is just busy searching for them, so they're finding them. You know, so I don't know exactly.
What interested me about it was, well, first the CDC had to come out and deny there was a zombie virus. That was interesting. They had to go public, release a statement on it. But then there's the university studies into what they call ED, excited delirium, and they've found that it's got nothing to do with drug abuse, but it's a problem with the central nervous system. It's a central nervous system disorder. And when people are experiencing this, and they don't know what causes it, which is why people have speculated it could be a virus, basically it burns up their internal organs. That's why they're always naked when these incidents happen. They literally rip off their clothes because of the burning sensation inside their bodies. Also, according to this university study, victims are immune to pain, which is interesting because, of course, they had to shoot Eugene several times before he stopped what he was doing. They had to shoot him dead. And in several cases, you know, it's people walking down the street. I think there was a case in China where a father and a son were just walking down the street, and suddenly the father explodes into a fit and bites his son's penis off. I mean, did this happen before? Because all these cases are within the last 2-3 years. So, I mean, even I found a quote from CBS News. Speculation varies. It could be a virus that escaped from some secret government lab. So even CBS News is speculating that it could be a virus because it just seems so random and without cause.
Yeah, it's definitely not normal, if you ask me. I think something is maybe being released to make people act that way. I mean, why else would they act that way? I mean, it's not normal at all. It kind of reminds me of that movie 28 Days Later. The chick, she was all like, she said, I'm burning. She said she's burning, and then she turned into like a zombie, and she puked up blood and started, you know, biting other people.
Well, I mean, who knows? I mean, chemtrails, geoengineering, who knows what they're dumping on us? We know that biological experiments on the American people without their consent are a historical fact, you know, Project Shad and all of that. But just imagine, I mean, you know about the whole fake UFO business where, you know, they could stage a fake alien invasion for martial law. Just imagine how badly people would freak out if there was a zombie epidemic. How quickly would the population beg for martial law in that case?
I know, right? I think they're trying to cause martial law, though, by pitting, like, races against each other and stuff. Like, you know, in Anaheim right now, stuff like that in that case, for sure.
Well, it's all very strange. We're living in 2012. We're living in bizarro world.
It's weird.
But, I mean, you're obviously deeply interested in all manner of weird and wonderful subjects. But I've found that a lot of people, and it's not just these kind of subjects, it's even political subjects, they shy away from it. They're almost scared to discuss these kind of things or even think about them, whereas other people are fascinated or obsessed. I mean, do you think it's some kind of psychological trait that draws people towards these subjects, or is it just life experience that leads up to becoming involved in them?
I can say it might be a mixture of both, because there was a time when I wasn't very interested in this stuff. I didn't ever think to even look up or do anything. So it took something like snapping me out of it. I think we're all meant to like explore these type of subjects and stuff, but a lot of us are just asleep due to the conditioning and stuff that society has done and the television. They don't want to say anything too deep. They keep the conversation pretty shallow and just about stupid stuff. And they show stupid people on TV, and it becomes the norm, and that's how people start acting. They start emulating that. So I think it's normal for us to delve into the mysterious things in life. They just try to make us feel like it's not, but I think it's more natural than anything else.
Well, obviously, I mean, that's how society, science and everything progresses, is delving into the unknown. But yeah, it's like some people can't even mentally handle the just discussing esoteric subjects. It's like it frightens them. It's like they're little children, but it's even beyond that. I mean, even children are interested in the unknown and the bizarre. So, it's a level of self-imposed brainwashing that boggles the mind.
Yep, it seems like you're either on one end of the spectrum or the other these days. Like, there's a lot of people that are just fast asleep, and there's other ones that are very much awake and wanting the other people to snap out of it. So it's frustrating.
Seems that way. So in closing, Sheila, just direct people to where they can find you on YouTube and tell us about your website.
Okay, you can go to youtube.com/SheilaAliens, all one word, or SheilaAliens.net. That is my blog website. I have some live streams on there of random just places you can watch and maybe hunt some UFOs online and stuff like that. And I have a little chat box. You can say hi to me, and I'll probably respond. So drop me a line.
Well, Sheila, it's been fascinating, and I look forward to speaking to you again about all these weird and wonderful subjects in the future. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.